In the early 90s, the Indian financial world was rocked to its core by an unprecedented scandal. This scandal had a far-reaching impact not just in the realm of finance, but also on the society at large. It made people question everything they knew or ever believed in about the stock markets. The scenario was unprecedented. The shockwaves were felt far and wide, and the echoes of the scandal are still heard today. The protagonist of this tale, a tale that shook the very foundation of India's financial sector, was none other than Harshad Mehta, a figure who, in his prime, was seen as a beacon of hope, an emblem of prosperity. A man who, with his charm and confidence, managed to bewitch the entire nation and drew them towards the stock market. His rise was meteoric and his fall cataclysmic. His story was a classic tale of ambition and greed, of triumph and downfall, and above all, a tale of deceit and manipulation. In the backdrop of a liberalizing India, Mehta emerged as a symbol of aspiration for the middle class. He rose from humble beginnings to become the poster boy of Indian stockbroking. His journey was an embodiment of the rags to riches aspired to. He was a visionary, a strategic genius who saw opportunities where others saw risks. He was a risk-taker, an enigma, and a trendsetter. As a broker, Mehta showed an uncanny knack for reading the pulse of the stock market. His predictions, often accurate, earned him the title of the Big Bull. His advice was sought after, his words treated as gospel. He was, in his heyday, the undisputed king of Dalal Street. But as they say, pride precedes a fall. And so it was with Mehta. Underneath the glitzy facade of wealth and power, a game of manipulation and deceit was being played out. Mehta was the mastermind behind a complex web of transactions that would go on to be termed as the biggest financial fraud in Indian history. His methods were ingenious, his audacity unparalleled. The magnitude of Mehta's manipulation was such that it brought the entire Indian stock market to its knees. The scam exposed the loopholes in the financial system, revealing the lack of accountability, transparency, and due diligence. It was a wake-up call for the authorities, prompting a major overhaul of the regulatory framework. And then came the fall. As the scam was uncovered, Mehta's empire began to crumble. His invincibility shattered, his reputation tarnished. The scandal left a trail of destruction in its wake as investors lost their life savings. Faith in the system was shattered, and the stock market was left in a state of turmoil. The Mehta saga was a stark reminder of the perils of unchecked ambition and the dangers of manipulation. It was a lesson learned the hard way, a hard pill to swallow for a nation that had placed its trust in a man who had promised them prosperity only to lead them into a financial abyss. His rise was a testament to the power of dreams, and his fall a grim reminder of the consequences of hubris. His story continues to serve as a cautionary tale for those who dare to play with the fire of manipulation and deceit. Harshad Mehta, a stockbroker who rose to dizzying heights of wealth and power only to fall into infamy. The scheme that Mehta masterminded involved a complex manipulation technique known as circular trading. The first step in this process involved Mehta and his associates identifying a select group of stocks with low trading volumes, essentially those that were easy to manipulate due to their low liquidity. Next, Mehta would begin buying these selected stocks in large quantities using multiple brokerages and dummy accounts. As he flooded the market with buy orders, other investors would take notice and start buying into the same stocks, a classic case of herd mentality. This sudden surge in demand would drive up the prices of these stocks. At this stage, Mehta would begin offloading his holdings, reaping substantial profits from the artificially inflated stock prices. However, in order to maintain the illusion of market demand, he would then engage in further circular trading with different stocks, essentially repeating the entire process. Mehta's manipulation techniques were not limited to a handful of securities. He orchestrated this form of trading across a wide range of stocks, including those of blue-chip companies. His influence on the market was significant, as he maximized his profits through this calculated game of deceit. Despite Meta's intricate web of manipulation, his fraudulent activities eventually caught the attention of the authorities. Through detailed investigation and collaboration between regulatory agencies, the complex network of circular trading began to unravel. Meta's offices were raided and evidence of his deceit was seized. The Harshad Mehta scandal serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked manipulation in financial markets. His reign of deception may have ended, but the lessons learned from his exploits continue to shape regulatory frameworks and awareness among investors. The